So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I still got a migraine. I'm highly medicated. It's the only reason I'm functional. I get on Twitter, use up about... I've got... My eyes have about an hour in them each day right now. I used up 20 minutes of my eye strength reading about how the Panthers Twitter and everybody going crazy about Matthew Tkachuk and what we might be willing to give up. If no Anton Lundell, I'm not even, this is not even up for negotiation. It's just not. First of all, Huberdeau has 1 year left on this contract. He's getting a little long in the tooth. And besides, who cares anyway, right? Huh? Who cares? Right, Johnny? Right, Johnny? So, for those of you who don't understand why I said who cares, somebody will let you know in the comments. If you don't know, you don't know. Anton Lundell, I've been saying it. I already had to make a video earlier in the season talk about why we weren't going to trade Anton Lundell. Bill Zito, I don't care who, unless the dude's name maybe is McDavid, which obviously is not going to happen. But we're not trading Anton Lundell. And if we do, I will set every fucking thing on this wall on fire, including the stuff you can't see. My water softener, the fuse box, the freezer, my pack and ship area, the furnace. I'll just open up the gas and light a match. Don't worry, I'll take all the jerseys and hats and shit out. But everything else goes if we trade Anton Lundell. That would be obliteratingly stupid. Beyond off the charts stupid. Now why? Why, Charles? Why? I know you're medicated, but still, seriously, why? You didn't even put on a jersey for this freaking video, and now you're threatening to blow up the whole house. Lundell is going to be better than Barkov. I know some will agree, some will not agree. I'm telling you how it is. He's going to be better than Barkov. He's got Barkov's skills with the mentality in a player that we've been looking for frickin' ever. Why have we not won in the playoffs? Because Barkov is soft, and Huberdeau kind of shows up, kind of doesn't, kind of looks okay, then not so much, right? But Barkov, all you got to do is breathe on him in the playoffs, and he, oh, here, you want the puck? Here you go, no problem, all right? You want to trade Barkov for Tkachuk? Beautiful. I'm good. Huberdeau? Okay. You know, I mean, somebody's got to go that was fixing to get a lot of money. That's the other thing. You could give him Lundell and 5 first-round picks, but we still got to have space to give him the money, to give Tkachuk the money. So that's still, I mean, what are you going to do? Give him Weegar and Hornquist and Lundell and a ton of ones? Are you kidding me? You give him one of those two schmucks at the top who haven't done anything for us other than look great in the regular season. That's what you do. You only have so many $10 million guys. Calgary, I mean, you know, unless they want to do a Bob from Markstrom swap, I'm good. I'll do it. I don't think they're going to do that, though. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think he's coming to Florida, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in before the migraine really kicked in at noon. No Anton Lundell. Just stop. Just stop. Okay? Just no. I know I get the player that Tkachuk is. I got it. I got it. Okay? But you only can have so many guys. Okay? You can only have so many guys. And there's no math there, really. I mean, you can't lose Lundell. You can't. Lundell was the key to why we had such a ridiculous season this past year. We've talked about it ad nauseum. The success of that third line when it was intact with Lundell, Reinhart, and Marchment. They ate so many high-quality minutes, took the pressure off of Barkov and Huberdeau. They weren't exhausted. Go look at the time on ice from previous years with Huberdeau and Barkov, and then look at last year's. And the reason is Lundell. So if you guys want to win a cup, Lundell ain't going anywhere. We can get along you know, I mean, look, Lundell's your future #1 center. At some point, well, he's a young kid. Now, I'm not talking like in the next year or two, but eventually, when Barkov gets, if we keep him, when Barkov gets to that 33, 34, Lundell's going to be in his prime. He's going to be our top center. You have to think long term here. We've got Spencer Knight, we've got Lundell, we've got a couple of other kids that the Barkov Huberdeau window is open, but it's waning. It's waning, the Barkov Huberdeau window. And the reason I say that is because it's not like they've improved over the years in terms of their playoff play. In fact, Barkov every year has gotten worse. The first time he was decent, and you thought, okay, that was a decent start. And then each time we've been in the playoffs or play-ins, whatever the hell you want to call it, he's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. It's not debatable. I don't know. I've been saying it since then. I said at the end of the last Lightning series, the one where we won 6 games. Everybody got all pissed off at me. I said, I don't know if Barkov and Huberdeau, I don't know if these are the guys. And I still don't know. And I'm not so sure. But the top line and a couple of years of Lundell with Tkachuk takes a certain type of player. I believe we all know Barkov isn't that certain type of player. Huberdeau was like Jekyll and Hyde. You never know what you're going to get. He had a great regular season and then, you know, to an extent in the playoffs. Let's put it this way. He didn't play bad in the playoffs, but he certainly didn't elevate his level of play. All right? That said, no Anton Lundell. Just no. Just friggin' no. 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 And Bill Zito's not a stupid man. You're not going to do that. We don't... I was going to say we don't need to Tkachuk that bad. And in a sense, we don't. In a sense, we don't. In a sense, he'd be like a luxury over the luxury that Claude Giroux was. And we see how that worked out. But now this would be different, obviously, because we'd have him for an 8-year deal. Right? But look, business is business, and Huberdeau is closing in on 30. Now, if you called up Calgary and said, hey, Huberdeau, Uyghur, and give him any other prospect in a first, not Lundell, but Huberdeau, Uyghur, a first, any other prospect. If Calgary said yes, I pull the trigger, because I'd rather have 8 more years of Tkachuk than 8 more years of Huberdeau, because the age difference, just the age difference alone. Telling you, Panther fans, you need to start thinking. You need to start thinking further out. Last year was nice. Last year was a window, okay, but it was like, oh no, okay, we closed that window. You need to start thinking 4 and 5 years down the road. Spencer Knight, Anton Lundell, okay, with some of the other the Barkov Huberdeau window is not as big as you guys think. Now Bobrovsky played well enough to win us a cup, but unless Alexander Barkov, let's just finish it off by saying this, unless Barkov is going to magically shit a new personality and a new style of play, I think we've seen the type of playoff guy he's going to be. And if that doesn't change, we're not winning a cup with these guys. End of discussion. We're not winning a cup with Barkov playing anything like he's played in the playoffs so far. So either he's going to completely flip it on his head and change, or we need to start thinking about the next version of the core. Some of you won't like it, some of you will understand it. That's fine, I'm used to that. I'm going to stop talking now because the migraine's kicking in. This sucks, guys. I'm functional. I can't drive because I'm functional. That's the word. That's the word. I'm put together with Scotch tape and chewing gum right now. Alright. No Anton Lundell. None. Just no. No.